All right, guys, I just got back from working out after the market close, and my phone was blowing up with emails about the Netflix news. As you know, we are in the Netflix position, and I think it's a good time to talk about what we do here. There's a lot of panic from a lot of you, so let's get to it here. Oh, as you can see, I'm just getting ready to read about the Conor McGregor fight and work a little on the webinar for Thursday, but we got to talk about what's going on here. Netflix. So the news is that Disney is pulling its content from Netflix, and they're going to start their own streaming service. So how does that impact Netflix? Obviously, it's going to have less important, valuable content. Longer term, if you're holding Netflix long term, this wouldn't be even a blip on the radar for me. This kind of stuff happens all the time as you're holding stuff long term. But specifically to us that are swinging, although I know some of you have long term positions, as do I in Netflix. But now, how do we handle this? And it's interesting, Netflix and Disney are both initially reacting negatively to the news. So Disney, you can see, was at 106 and has gapped down to 102 after hours. And Netflix is at about 173, and let's pull up the 5-minute here, and you can see it dropped all the way. The initial reaction was really bad. Now, how do we react? And what I've been telling people who've been emailing me is, who are talking about getting out right now, do not get out right now. At least I wouldn't. I won't tell you what to do, but I am not. Don't overreact like the market is initially. This happens all the time. I mean, maybe it'll continue down, but we see this all the time where you have this negative news and by morning it's back, it's overreacted, or, maybe you'll just get out at a better price. If it's a 173, we could get out at 178. So I wouldn't get out after hours. I do most of my trading during market hours, unless there's something really, some event where you have to get out. I wouldn't qualify this as that. I would look to see, is this going to be an overreaction? And the market is kind of telling us that it already is. I mean, this is right when the news came out. Boom, big move down all the way to 167 when the close was here at around 179, 180. And then it's already within an hour here gone from 167 to 173. So 6 points right here. So maybe the market is already feeling like it overreacted a bit to what seemed like scary news. I guess it's not that scary, but was overreacting here. So basically, we're going to be even keel. Tomorrow, we're going to watch to see what happens, and then we'll react accordingly. And it's basically right at our stop. So this isn't any it's not like this gap down is causing us to get this huge loss. It's going to be a normal loss if we get out here. Our stop is at 174, and it's at 173 right now. So not much added to our risk at this point. So it's just going to be a typical loss for us if we get out here. But what I'm going to do is tomorrow morning, if it gaps down, if it's gapping down tomorrow, let's say it goes a little lower and opens at 171. What I'm going to do is watch that level and see how it holds. Ideally, I'd like to go all the way to where this support is here. I can't do that because then it would turn into a bear loss. So, but if it goes to 172, 171, maybe goes down a little bit and then starts to recover, I would just hold and see if the stock can recover. If it continues down and doesn't recover, then I will get out. So that's the plan. I call it the gap down strategy when you're holding, is just to watch that gap down, don't overreact, see if the market or stock is overreacting, and then play accordingly to that. So don't panic. We've been through this many times as a swing trader. This will happen to you time and time again. These are the things you can't predict. With the day trading, you don't have to worry about this stuff. With swing, you do, which is why we manage risk so closely. Every once in a while, you're going to get caught in a gap down that gives you a little bit of a bigger loss than you'd want. It's just part of swing trading. And on the flip side, sometimes you get the news that you weren't expecting to the upside, and you get the positive out of it. So at the end of the day, over time, after trading years, these things balance themselves out. So don't overreact. We'll watch to see what happens in the morning, and we'll trade accordingly.